Hello, it's good to meet you. I'm Dave. I'm the host of this channel, CCRX 6700, and that stands for Cumberland Coal Resources Private Railroad. And the 6700 is because I run a Jackson 6700 Tamper here. Okay, I thought I'd make this video. I know a lot of you guys have been with me for a long time, and I really appreciate that, but I thought I would make this video kind of like as an introduction, a primer for new subscribers to get them oriented and a little bit about what we do here and what we have. I know a lot of you guys that have been with me for a long time know a good bit of this stuff, but this is mainly for new guys, and if you guys that have been with me, if you want to watch it, maybe you'll find some things out you didn't know too. So, okay. Again, I'm Dave. Started here at Cumberland Mine in August of 1977. We opened the mine in 1977. I started as a barge handler on the river and graduated to loading barges over the years. We ran our first trip of coal in October of 1977, and what a beautiful thing that was to see that brand new locomotive and all our brand new, we had 30 Ortner all-steel hopper cars then with the big U.S. Steel logo on the cars, and that was pretty cool. It was beautiful to see that first trip. We waited months and months for that first trip of coal to come in, and we've been going strong ever since. Probably this mine was made for 1 million tons a year to supply Ontario Hydro with coal. Like I said, U.S. Steel opened it, and over the years we've made a lot of upgrades, and best year we ever had was 6.8 million tons, and that's pretty cool. Yeah, for a single longwall mine. Okay, that's good, really good, and we're hoping to get back up there again, around 7 million tons here in the next year or so. So, alrighty. It's been a good ride. It's been a good ride. But over the years, when I was on the river, they did away with the dedicated track crew they had here to start with, and everybody would come out like me on extra days or vacation when we worked or whatever, and work track. So we didn't really have real good experience out here on the railroad. We did what we thought we could do, and we didn't. And like I said, the management, they didn't know that much about railroads. So started having some series of really bad derailments. Track was in pretty bad shape around the late 1980s and early 90s. So they ended up hiring a dedicated track crew and a foreman that knew railroad, and what a difference that has made over the years. So anyway, 18 years ago, I bid on this track job, and I've been full-time track maintenance since then. Okay, there's only 2 of us that work track, 2 of us, and we have 16.8 miles of track. There are 70 curves, 14 bridges, and 3 tunnels. We're not a railroad. We're a coal mine that has a railroad. Okay, we do not interchange with any other railroad, which really hurts us because we can't get big equipment in here. We can't get those. All our track is jointed rail. We can't get those long 12 or 1400 foot sticks of rail in here. We just can't do it. So, and we can't, to change all our rail over now from jointed to welded, we'd have to thermite weld every joint, and we'd have to install new sticks of rail because they can't weld. Our rail sticks have the 3rd bolt hole in them, and they can't weld with that 3rd bolt hole. It's too close to the weld. So every stick of rail would have to get changed. The cost would just be astronomical, and it's not going to happen. Jointed rail is a lot of track maintenance. Okay, we'll continue and tell you some more good stuff. Just thought of another thing. Yeah, our coal mine is Cumberland Mine. This is Cumberland Mine Railroad, and the coal mine is located near Kirby, Pennsylvania. We're in the southwest corner of Pennsylvania, about an hour south of Pittsburgh and about 30 minutes north of Morgantown, West Virginia. And we run coal exclusively, that's all we have, to a barge loading facility located at Alicia, PA. And we load barges onto the Monongahela River. Almost all of our coal is steam coal. Well, that's what they used to call it, steam coal. Now they call it thermal coal. It's for electric power generation. We do have a couple of overseas shipments currently. One goes to South America, one goes to Korea. And we'll load it on barges down here at Alicia on the Monongahela River, take it down to Laybell, down river, and it'll get unloaded and reloaded on CSX trains, and they'll take it to Baltimore for the overseas shipments. So we also sell some coal to a cement plant, but I don't know where it's at, but I do know CSX hauls a unit train to that cement plant. All right. Well, this is my Jackson 6700 switch production Tamper. Got a lot of videos on me running the Tamper and various things about the Tamper on a playlist on my channel, and also there's a lot of different things, maintenance away, and some of the other locomotives and stuff we do there on playlists on my channel. So I'll put a link in the description to get to those playlists, so you can see all the different stuff that we have. And we've got a regulator here, a Kershaw regulator. It's out on track right now. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit, tell you, a lot of people ask why we don't have concrete ties here. And there's several reasons. The main reason why we don't have concrete ties. Wood ties are 7 inches thick. Concrete ties are 9 inches thick. Now, if you don't understand tamping, this is called a work head. All of this up through here, that's your work heads. All right, and there's 4 of them. One here, over here, and on the other side, and on the other side. And what happens during the tamping cycle, the jack beam will pick the rail up and line it, surface it, and these go down. Now, my tamping tools, when they reach the proper depth, so that these right here are below the tie, then these cylinders here will cause it to squeeze the ballast, shove the ballast underneath the tie. So they have to be set at a proper depth. So like I said, a wooden tie isn't 7 inches thick, so these got to go down so that the top of the wooden tie is right about here. I'm sorry, the bottom of the wooden tie is right about here. Now, that has an adjustment, and I have limit switches on here. So when this goes down, this is going to hit this limit switch, and that will tell it to squeeze. So now if we had concrete ties, I would have to come out here and adjust this limit switch and the ones on the 3 other work heads down far enough so that these work heads would drop lower to go underneath the concrete ties. So that's quite a process, and I got to crawl in there and do that, and take these 2 bolts out, slide this down and get it set, and you got to test it. Well, once you get it set, you know where it goes, but so it's a little bit of a procedure. You're looking at least 20 minutes of work to reset all 4 of those. So if I got a wood tie, I got it set here. Then I got a concrete tie. Then I go back here and set all 4 of those. Then to go back to wood, I got to go back and reset them. So that's quite a lot of work and a lot of time. And that's the biggest reason for now why we don't have concrete ties. All right. Okay, we have 3 locomotives here. This is our latest edition. It's the oldest one we got. It's an SD 40-2, number 30 98. It was originally built for Southern Pacific in May of 1966. And when Southern Pacific and Union Pacific merged, I don't remember the date, but this was retired. It was sold to Boise Locomotive Works, and Boise redid it into a -2. I said it was. I don't think I told you that it was built as an SD40 for Southern Pacific. Boise rebuilt it, so now it's an SD40-2. Okay, it came to us in 2003. This locomotive has been all over the country and Canada. After Boise, it was leased to CSX, and after that, it was leased to Canadian Pacific. Okay, this is our #1 locomotive. This locomotive was built in December of 1975, specifically for this coal mine. So when it came, it was brand spanking new, and it's been here ever since. All it's ever done all its life is haul coal. It is an SD38-2. Our SD40-2 is turbocharged. This one and our #22 locomotive are both naturally aspirated, roots blown. Okay, this is what I cut my teeth on learning how to run a locomotive. Was this baby right here? We got typically what we have here is a push-pull system. So first thing I'm going to tell you is, you'll notice on our locomotives all the long hoods are forward. Okay, so that way when they're coming back, with right now #22 locomotive is on the end of this cut of cars. So when they're coming back, it's always short nose forward. And at any one point in time, we may have any one of the 3 locomotives in the lead coming back. It depends on if one of them breaks down, we could just put another one in. So that's why we always have the short hoods facing east when we're coming back loaded, or the short nose, whatever you want to call it. Okay, so that's why we always have the long hoods forward. And we have a push-pull system. So going to the mine, #1 locomotive will take it up to the mine west, and the guy will get out, he'll get up and load the train and remote control the train through as he's loading it. And then #22 locomotive, which is on that end, will be right there when he's done loaded, and he'll bring it back with that in the lead. And again, they change, because we could, if a locomotive's down or a 92 and day 8 inspection it's in, then we'll put another locomotive in. So there you go. We can only haul 38 cars on one train, plus 2 locomotives. That's all we have room for on either end. Just don't have any room for any more. We got #3098 locomotive because they wanted to run a second train, and they did for quite a while. So we've got 27 cars. They're down here. This cut of cars down here on the side track when they want to run a second train. So they'll have single locomotive on that. I said when they get up there, they'll have to run around the trip and get on the other end, but the short nose will always be in the lead coming back loaded. Alrighty. These CYMX cars were built brand new for this mine. We leased them, and the lease ran out, and we all currently own these cars. We own all the hopper cars that we had. These CYMX cars were built in 1996. Okay, I'm not going to show you #22 in this video. I've got another video of it. I'll put a link in the description. Number 22 was actually featured on the cover of Trains Magazine January 2021 issue. So I've got a video on that. I'll let you watch, click on that link and watch that video. It is also a SD38-2, and it was built in December of 1978 for Yankeetown Dock. We got it off of Yankeetown Dock, and my mind is a blank when it came here. Right now, golly, my mind's a blank. I'll write it on the screen. I got it written down at home. Okay, well, that gives you a pretty good little overview of what we've got here at Cumberland Mine Railroad, and hope that answered a lot of questions for you guys, and I really appreciate you watching today. And please feel free to write in with any questions you might have. I'll try my best to get them answered. Okay, thank you very much, and have a really good day, and happy rails to you until we meet again.